Yo, people, welcome back once again to the Gunnaz YouTube channel. The best channel in the YouTube space. I should say the best channel, not channeled, the best channel globally, worldwide. You know what I'm saying? World Wide Web. Welcome people. As you guys join, please go ahead and smash that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Leave your thoughts as we go along in the comment section, people. Jamaica versus Trinidad and Tobago. Reggae Boys versus the Soca Warriors at the National Stadium. And World Cup qualifying game. The second game for Trinidad, second game for Jamaica as well. Trinidad would have played their first game against Curacao, in which they drew. Jamaica played their first game against Bermuda away from home, in which Jamaica won that game in, I guess you could say, an emphatic way. I think it was 4-0. Ronaldo Cephas would have scored in that game, Damian Lowe as well, and we had some other goal scorers on the score sheet. And it wasn't, I would say it was a good performance from Jamaica in terms of midfield-wise, in terms of controlling the game. I don't think Jamaica controlled the game in terms of midfield. I think Jonathan Russell was poor in that game. I think Casey Palmer, to an extent, was also poor. I'm not saying that Casey Palmer was a 4 out of 10, but maybe 5 out of 10. Although some people would say that 5 is not too far off 4. But 5-6 because he did get a goal. So I guess you could bump him up to 6 out of 10 in that game. I think Isaac Hayden was pretty good. But, the midfield for Jamaica, that has always been a problem, if I'm being honest. But overall, in terms of the chances that Jamaica created, we created like a ton load of chances. Bailey Kadamatri, the new striker, the new number 9, I guess you could say, had 3-4 chances in which he should have scored from, and he didn't. So Jamaica did create a lot of chances against Bermuda in their first game of the first opening game of this last round, which is the third round, right? And Jamaica looks to get a victory at the National Stadium. If Jamaica does win, that would be 6 points on the board, which would put Jamaica in good standing leading into the October window. As for Trinidad, they sit on 1 point. A win for Trinidad as well would be good. They would be on 4 points. If they do beat Jamaica, and Jamaica would be sitting on 3 points with 1 win and 1 defeat. But obviously, with me being a Jamaican, I don't want Trinidad and Tobago to win. I don't want Trinidad to get 3 points off Jamaica in this game at the National Stadium. But as for the lineup, people, when it comes down to Jamaica goes back with the same team that they played against Trinidad. So it's an unchanged team, I believe it is. So you have Jamali waiting goal, Greg Lee. You have Dexter Lembikisa, Damian Lowe, Richard King as the defender. So obviously Lembikisa right back, Greg Lee left back, and Damian Lowe beside Richard King. You also have a midfield 3 of Jonathan Russell, Casey Palmer, Isaac Hayden, and the front 3 consists of Tyrese Campbell from Charlton Athletic. You also have Bailey Kadamar Terry and Ronaldo Cephas. And Ronaldo Cephas, I would say, was one of our better players in that game against Bermuda. Created a ton of chances. Well, let me not say created a ton of chances. He had opportunities in which he should have created chances, and Cephas opted not to pass the ball for whatever reason that was. However, he did score in that game. So even though he didn't pass the ball, he was a frustrating figure for Bermuda down that left-hand side, right? So he starts in this team. And some people would say, when it comes on to being a fan, people have preferences in terms of some players that they would want to see in a starting lineup, right? Personally speaking, as for this team, I don't think there's anybody on the bench I would say that they should have started over someone else. The bench isn't the strongest, to be honest. You have Tafari Chambers, you have Mason Holgate, Karen Anderson, who I don't think is better than anyone in our midfield at this moment in time. You also have Lambert, you have Ronaldo Webster, Joshua Anglin, Topi, you have Kaim Dixon, Michael Antonio, Kyle Duncan, and you also have Shamar Nicholson on the bench as well. As for Shamar Nicholson, he came on, he scored a goal in that game, but I would still go back with Bailey as the number 9 leading the line in this game against Trinidad and Tobago. I guess some people could say, start Kaheem Dixon, but I think Tyrese Campbell had a good game against Bermuda, so I don't see the reason as to why, the coach would have brought in Dixon to take out Tyrese Campbell. So I think it's a pretty strong lineup for Jamaica. As for Trinidad and Tobago, right? Let me just share their lineup on the screen. Trinidad and Tobago, so in goal, they have Smith, they have Gardines, who plays for Crystal Palace as the right back, Trinningham, not Gamham, Trinningham. You have Henry, Powder as the left back. You have Spicer in midfield. 1 second, people. You have Spicer in midfield. I'm just saying, can I fix this? Yeah. Rampersad, Frederick, and Sealy in the midfield as well. And leading the line is Garcia. I think he plays for, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he plays in Greece again. I think he plays for that team in Russia, Sparta Moscow, if I'm not mistaken. And you have Yeats. Those will be the two strikers. So they line up in a 4-4-2 against Jamaica, who lines up in a, I guess you could say 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, whichever way you want to look at it. I guess some would say 4-2-3-1. Casey Palmer's the number 10, and then a midfield pivot of Jonathan Russell and what's his name? Jonathan Russell and Isaac Hayden. So I think it's a pretty decent lineup. I think it's a strong lineup from Trinidad and Tobago as well. Will Trinidad get any points in this game? You know, absolutely not. Let me see what Smurf is saying. Smurf is saying, him say active. Dicanio, I go link you halftime like him up on the road. Or up on the ground. Yeah, Dicanio is at the game, people. So just go ahead and like the live stream and share. But what is the score prediction for you guys in this game? The last game I said 2-0 against Bermuda. So I think I will stick with 2-0 against Trinidad and Tobago. I think Jamaica absolutely can keep a clean sheet against Trinidad. I don't see any reason as to why Jamaica cannot keep a clean sheet against Trinidad and Tobago. In terms of defensively, I worry for Jamaica defensively against better opponents, in terms of against lesser oppositions. Not so much. Bermuda really and truly didn't give Jamaica much problem in terms of creating clear-cut chances. In terms of what they did in the midfield, I think that is where they would have caused Jamaica a problem. But in terms of finding that final pass that would have created an opportunity, Bermuda didn't really do well in that department. And some people might look back on the Unity Cup game in which I think that was 2-2. It went to penalties, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't Jamaica's strongest team in that game. It also wasn't Trinidad's strongest team in that game. And I know the Trinis, they have been talking about the fact that, Jamaica, they don't have their best players. But if you look at it to an extent, people, even our best at times isn't good enough, if you know what I'm saying, right? I don't see where, like, the Leon Baileys of the world contribute to this team to an extent. Despite having Leon Bailey and by name him being one of our better players, he hardly performs for Jamaica. If you're talking about other players that would have been missing as well, you talk about the likes of Bobby De Cordova-Reid. Who else is missing from this team? We have quite a few players, but even when these guys are in the team, we don't perform to the best of our ability. And I think with some of these guys in terms of Bailey, Tyrese Campbell, Ronaldo Cephas, the midfield three, and the defenders that we have, I still think it's a far superior team to Trinidad and Tobago. We would have seen when the likes of Demarai Gray, Leon Bailey came back into the squad for the Gold Cup, and really they didn't really perform to what we would have expected. But when you look at the likes of Tyrese Campbell and the Kyle Dixon, Ronaldo Cephas, at least they perform, at least they contribute to this Jamaica men's national team. As for the rest, they hardly perform. Leon Bailey doesn't perform. Right? So when the likes of Dwight York and some of these Trini fans who are a bit delusional come and talk about the fact that, the Jamaicans are not at their strongest. Listen, name doesn't play football. The names on the paper don't play football, right? So how I look at it is, I don't care if Leon Bailey plays for Villa or Roma, he doesn't perform for Jamaica. In the recent games, Demarai Gray, yes, he might get on the score sheet or get an assist, but not performing to the level that we expect, right? I don't care if he's playing for Birmingham City. He doesn't perform, or he wasn't performing in the last couple of games, right? There are a few guys missing. Andre Blake, but I'm still, safe with Jamali waiting goal, to be honest. Obviously, he's no Andre Blake. Andre Blake, the Superman, makes big saves at times, especially when we need him. But I'm still comfortable with Wait in goal. So despite some of the guys with the big names not being here, I still don't see Trinidad coming close to Jamaica in terms of quality or what they look to do in this game. Omar Campbell is saying we need to mash up them youth. Yeah, definitely. Omar, what is the score prediction for this game? As I said, 2-0 Smurf. What's your score prediction? My prediction, as I said before, 2-0 for this game. So, hopefully Jamaica does get the win. 3 points, finish on 6 points. Players head back to their respective clubs. And then, we just wheel and come again in October. Hopefully Mason Greenwood will be there for that window. Who knows? But that's how I see it in terms of this team versus Trinidad and Tobago. I want to talk about Bailey Kadamacho because, against Bermuda, had about 3-4 chances in which he should have scored from, didn't score. But in terms of how Bailey would have played in that game against Bermuda, his movement, his touches, his game IQ, intelligence, his physicality, the strength that he would have used against the respective defenders and against the opposition in Bermuda, I think it was quite well. So I think overall his performance was well. Let me not say overall. If there's another word for overall, I would use it, right? But his performance, to a large extent, was absolutely good. In terms of his finishing, I don't think it's so much the case where he has bad finishing. I think he was just anxious. I think he just wanted to score. So some of the chances that he would have received, he rushed those chances, right? Trigger happy, boom, shoot, without, kind of thinking or just slowing down the game in that moment. So I don't worry for him in terms of like him eventually scoring. I think in this game he will score easily. With him looking back on the previous game and looking at his mistakes, I think him going into this game against Trinidad he will definitely slow down himself in certain moments to kind of get his shot off right that will end in the back of the net, right? So again, to a large extent, his performance was good against Bermuda. Just needs to take his chances, and obviously, with him taking his chances, it's a goal. But I think it was a good performance, and a lot of people beat Ronaldo Cephas as well. And I think Cephas' performance, I'm not going to say overall it was good, because again, he got himself into positions in which he should have crossed the ball to his teammates. Didn't do it, but he got a goal. It was a well taken goal. I think he received the ball from in his own half, ran the length of the pitch basically, on that left hand side, comes inside. I guess he kind of shoved somebody to the ground and takes the shot. Good goal by Ronaldo Cephas. Can't really criticize it. Greg said, we Jamaicans should not underestimate Trinidad. They are coming strong. They are coming strong too, and their team is no joke. They have a fast, skillful, and physical team that can cause us trouble. Yeah, I'm not really underestimating Trinidad. Again, it's a rivalry between Trinidad, and whenever you have a rivalry, teams will play hard, right? So I do expect, with Trinidad coming to the national stadium, they will make it difficult for the Jamaicans, right? And to be fair to Trinidad people, I think they also have an advantage in this game. Advantage being that when you look at Jamaica at home at the national stadium, we haven't been really performing at the national stadium. I think the last win that Jamaica would have picked up at the stadium would have been against Domrep, if I'm not mistaken, which was a 1-0 win. And even that game, it wasn't the best performance from the Jamaicans, if I'm being honest, right? So when you look at it, we drew to Cuba, 10-men Cuba. We created a ton of chances in that game. Jamal Lowe had some chances, and ever since Jamal Lowe missed those chances, we haven't seen him back in the national team. He had a couple chances in that game. I think Antonio as well. We drew to Honduras at home. We lost to the United States of America at home as well. And then we would have won at home, but that would have been at Sabina Park against St. Vincent after drawing that game away from home in St. Vincent, 1-1, Leon Bailey in the last minute with that penalty. So when you look at it in terms of the form at the National Stadium for Jamaica, it hasn't been the best in recent games. So for Trinidad, they have that in their pockets in terms of coming to the National Stadium, knowing that it's not a fortress for the Jamaicans as it once was. So yes, Trinidad will not have their away support, but still they can do something against the Jamaicans. And to be fair, when you look at games at National Stadium, even back in 2023, when we had those Nations League game, right? Despite Jamaica winning in those games, the performance wasn't the best. Teams like Haiti and El Salvador, Honduras, they went to the stadium. They played better football on that pitch that Jamaicans tend to complain about. Our players complain about the pitch is not good. They cannot, put the ball down on the pitch. But when you look on the opposition teams, oftentimes you do realize that they play better football on that same pitch at the national stadium in comparison to the Jamaicans who train on that pitch on a regular basis and who play more often than not on that pitch at the national stadium. So what is the excuse for Jamaica not putting the ball on the ground and playing it good as how the opposition teams would play? And I'm talking about teams with lesser quality come to the national stadium and they play better football in comparison to the Jamaicans. And oftentimes we just depend on individual brilliance. And I don't think that can continue. Playing against better teams, you're not going to have a lot of chances, or you're not going to have a lot of moments where it comes down to individual brilliance. Maybe once in every blue moon, but against better teams, in terms of your better players, they're going to mark them out the game, make it very difficult. You're not going to get the space in behind compared to lesser opponents, right? Yeah, so Errol Shields saying Kadamatri is definitely a DA. I don't know what that means. You have to go explain yourself. But yeah, so again, Trinidad, they have that advantage coming into this game, or some hope that Jamaica, recent form at the national stadium isn't good, and the fact that away teams come to Jamaica and play better football at the stadium than the Jamaica national team. So for Trinidad, that's something that they can bank on. And for them, they would be hoping that they can get a favorable result, which obviously would be a win for them. People, smash up the like button 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that, people. Yeah, so that's how I see it. That's how I see the game for Jamaica. So yeah, I think it's a 2-0 win to Jamaica. So hopefully we get the result that we need. Just going through the GFF page. The boys arriving at the office. Well, this is not our stadium. Well, yeah, sorry, my bad. It's our stadium. Mason Holgate, Casey Palmer, Shamar Nicholson. I think that's Bailey. I would assume that's Greg Lee or Limbikisa. Yeah. And I was listening to the press conference with Dwight York. And he sounds pretty confident against the Jamaicans. Again, Dwight York expressing the fact that Jamaica doesn't have their best players, right? But as I said before, despite Jamaica not having their best players, I do expect, well, it's still a strong enough team. Again, Cephas, Bailey Kadamachi, all those guys. It's not like they're close in terms of quality against. It's not like they're close in quality with the Jamaicans, right? So, I still see Jamaica winning, trying to sort out some people. Yeah, so I still have the Jamaicans to win against this Trinidad team, Tony. But as I said before, you guys can leave your thoughts in the comment section. Errol Shields, probably explain yourself further. Let me just share this on screen. In terms of the standings for this group stage so far, so you have Jamaica, who is in first place, obviously, on 3 points. Curacao on 1 point. Trinidad on 1 point as well. And Bermuda on 0 points. So if Trinidad does win, they would sit on 4 points, with Jamaica on 3 points, falling into second place. If Jamaica does win, it would put Jamaica on 6 points, which again, that would be the best result for Jamaica. So a win for both teams is basically the best result that they would want, right? A draw for Jamaica would be suitable as well. A draw for Trinidad wouldn't be good, if I'm being honest, right? Wouldn't be bad, but it wouldn't be good. People, just some breaking news, right? The legend Alan Skill Cole, Jamaican legend Alan Skill Cole, he has sadly passed away. So that's some breaking news there. He has sadly passed away. So our condolences to the Skill Cole family. Absolute legend. Played football for Jamaica for a couple years. A lot of his lifetime, football was his bread and butter, basically. And he would have sadly passed away. people, so as I mentioned before, Alan Skill Code has sadly passed away. But the game is about to start now, so let's see what Jamaica brings to the table against this team. This is what Jamaica brings to the table against this Trinidad and Tobago team. Oh yeah. Errol Cheese is saying Bailey Kadamachi is the danger man. Definitely, I agree, Errol. I think Bailey against the Trinidad team is also a danger man. So I expect a goal from Kadamachi in this game against Trinidad and Tobago, if I'm being honest. Hopefully he does get a goal as well, because based on his last performance against Bermuda, it was quite a pretty good performance. So I'm really looking forward to this game to see what, not so much what Trinidad brings, but what Jamaica brings against this team, in which will obviously be a tougher opposition um, in comparison to Bermuda. Kevin Molina is also out in this game, I think, due to a suspension. Isaac Hidden is on a yellow card. I'm not sure if he gets one more if he's out for the October window. I'm not sure, but let's hope that he doesn't get one, because in the last couple games, to be fair, Isaac Hidden would have been picking up yellow cards, and that's nothing good. But as a central defensive midfielder, people, I don't think I can expect anything better in terms of when it comes down to discipline of a CDM, a number 6, who kind of shields the back four, protects the back four. So, let's just hope that he doesn't run into any trouble today against this Bermuda. Well, not this Bermuda team, but against this Trinidad and Tobago team. Yeah, so the game's about to start. Jerseys look good. See what Jamaica brings to the table, and even see what Trinidad brings to this table as well. The pitch looks good, so that's good. So it kicks off now. Ball over the top to, well, try to find Cephas there, but didn't happen. Jamaica tries. I think that's 2 long balls now that they've attempted since the whistle, which hasn't beared any fruition or anything like that. And we've been trying to find Cephas down that left hand side as well. So Casey Palm on the ball now. So ball over the top again from Trinidad. Not a bad game so far. Not a bad game so far, people. The coach, Dwight York, threw into Jamaica. Lembiki has to take this one. See if he can take a long throw into the box. Casey Palmer goes back. Isaac Hayden. Damian Lowe. Back to the goalkeeper in Jamal Wait. I think Wait might opt for a long ball here, in which he does, trying to find Cephas down that left hand side. Trinidad wins the header. Jamaica back in position. Casey Palmer turns. Ooh, good turn by Casey Palmer there. Took a shot on goal, but obviously off target. But good bit of play there from the Jamaicans. Long ball over the top. Jamaica wins the header. Gets it done. Palmer turns. Eyes on goal. Shoots. But wide off the mark. And Cephas, well, not Cephas, but obviously Casey Palmer scored a good goal against Bermuda. So, yeah. Jamaican position, Cephas there. Corner kick to Jamaica. First corner of the game. First corner of the game for the Jamaicans. And against Bermuda, Jamaica also scored from a corner kick. I think Damian Lowe scored from a corner, and Shaman Nicholson also scored from a corner in that game. Paris came down the ball, being defended on top of the 18. Out wide, over the top. Oh, what a save by the goalkeeper from Trinidad and Tobago. That was a spectacular save. Outside. It was outside, but that was a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. That was David De Gea-esque type of save. David De Gea, DDG type of save there. Ball over the top was a header from Gregley as well, but outside, but was a brilliant save from the goalkeeper of Trinidad and Tobago. Absolutely brilliant there from the goalkeeper of Trinidad. But obviously, if that wasn't offside, overall would have been a brilliant save. Trinidad, Jamaica in possession. No, Trinidad retains possession again. Ball out right to that left hand side. Miscontrols it. Still brings it down. Trying to get the better of Limbikisa, but plays it back. And you see the clear difference in terms of how Trinidad plays. Trinidad is playing it on the ground, passing it around, trying to build up. Whereas Jamaica, I think since the start of the game, they've played maybe 3-4 long balls over the top, trying to find the run of Ronaldo Cephas. So Curacao is also playing against Bermuda. Onto this Trinidad youth, man. Before you try to move him, like just move, bro. Why there's not just card him, man? Jesus. Yo, card the man, bro. Stupid bitch. Just card the man a waste time referee. Jeez. Asshole. Man just a waste time and the referee not card the brother man from Trinidad. Joke thing. Foul. Foul on Limbikisa. A good turn by Limbikisa. Goal. Spicer fold Limbikisa. But yeah, as I said before, you see a clear indication in terms of how teams play. Where Trinidad trying to put it on the ground. See if us in behind goes on that left hand side. Oh, good play by Cephas. Another corner kick to Jamaica. Turn to Jamaica. 10 minutes gone. No chances created. I mean, that one was outside, but yeah. Ball played back to Jamali Wait. But no chances created as yet. Trinidad, for one, they haven't seen Jamaica's 18. So Jamaica, they have been dominating position. Ball over the top to Kalamachi, but keeper reaches to that, and that will be a throw into Jamaica. Long ball over the top again. Try to find Bailey. Is it frustrating that Jamaica plays long ball over the top all the while? I mean, I guess you could say so to an extent. You know, we need to build up underground and try to, get in behind and create chances. But if that's how Jamaica wants to play, if that's the strength of the team, then who am I to say, not to play that way? But again, Trinidad, they haven't really seen Jamaica's 18 as yet. They're on the ball now, foul, free kick to Trinidad. I don't like when them play the long ball, them over the top. Honestly, it's like 4, 5, 6 now, and probably once we ever get the joy out of it since during the 11 minutes we're gone already. Other than that, we haven't really done anything. I think this team would have more packed tonight, but obviously, well, bleachers kind of look scanty still in comparison to the last couple of games at the stadium. Against USA was packed out, and even against Cuba as well, it was a decent turnout. 14 shots on goal in that Curacao game, 7 on target. That's what Trinidad had against Curacao in that game at their stadium in Trinidad. Trinidad with the ball, plays it out wide. They went to Jamaica. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, people. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Panama and Guatemala drew last night. I think Suriname defeated Suriname No, Suriname defeated El Salvador last night. Yeah, I think it was what 1-0. I think it was against El Salvador, if I'm not mistaken. So it go. No, so Suriname beat somebody last night. 1-0, I believe. So the groups are competitive and you need to check up on Costa Rica and them thing there. They know captain in the team tonight. Scored in the last game against Bermuda as well. Good header. Well, not header, I should say. It was a corner kick, so ball into the box, and then yeah, Damian Lowe got a shot off. I think it was and scored. Shamar Nicholson one was a header, which scored. Came on played like 15 minutes or so. Bailey on the ball, good touch. Casey Palmer goes out wide to Cephas. This is where Cephas wants to get his joy, but brings it a bit too wide, and then he's trying to come in on the inside. Two defenders defending against him. Like that poor touch from Cephas just took him out wide a bit too much. You kind of want to stay inside so you can just drive in on the inside. Then Vicky some controls, Spicer on the ball. Trinidad defender boots it out. Damian Lowe in a tussle, but that's a throw into Jamaica again. Jamaica, I think they've had like maybe 4 throws in this game so far, so not really bad. Again, we have defended pretty well. Trinidad, they haven't really done anything in terms of creating any chances or dominating Jamaica in terms of possession of the football, right? I think we've started them like midway by the Cephas. Is that a corner kick? Yeah, corner. I think they're defending good when it comes down to Cephas. Yes, we've had maybe a couple corner kicks so far, but Cephas is not getting that joy where like he's going out on the outside and beating the defenders, or he's not getting the joy to drive inside to get a shot off or pass the ball. He's getting down the touchline, he's getting to the byline, but he's not doing anything. So I think Trinidad so far, I think they've defended well against Ronaldo Cephas. Honestly, that was a corner kick from I think it was Casey Palmer just now. Another throw-in for Jamaica. So Cephas not really his speed is a threat, but in terms of like him doing something productive or something that Trinidad would be like, listen, we need to tighten up. He hasn't really done anything as yet. We're hoping he does something though. But through into Jamaica though. And the thing is, it's frustrating because we're not coming central to Bailey either. So yeah. Corner kick again. What's your saying? How many corner kicks is that? About 7 now. 7. Corner kick again. Defended, headed away by Trinidad. Let me see. Corner throwing again to Jamaica. Oh, that's like 7, 8. No, it's stacking up. Yeah, the corner kicks are stacking up people. Shot by Cephas, blocked. That's a corner kick again. Jeez. Wow. How much is that? 10. That must be 10. That must be 10 corner kicks. Has to be 10 corner kicks there, so. Yeah, like right now, I'm showing if me check the statistics. Let me check and tell you how much corner kicks Jamaica have so far in this game. So 19 minutes gone on Jamaica. Uh corner kicks 4. I think it's more than 4. I think they don't update it fully as yet. I think it's more than 4. Has to be more than 4. 4 goes against Bermuda. Well, it's saying 4 corners, so I'm not going to dispute that. Those kind of kicks have been poor, honestly. Throwing to Trinidad. This is the first time Trinidad kind of get close to Jamaica 18 by a throwing, so let's see. Long throw into the 18. Ooh, shot on goal. Header over the top by Trinidad. So that's the first like opportunity Trinidad would have created so far. From a throw-in, shot on goal, deflects off somebody, heads it over the bar. Other than that, they haven't really created much. Like, share, and subscribe as well, people. Trinidad on the ball out wide down that left hand side. Ooh, corner kick for Trinidad. First corner kick for Trinidad of the game. Corner kick to Trinidad. Third. Trinidad inside Jamaica's 18. Two defending against Spicer. I think that's a throw into Jamaica or goal kick. Yeah, I think that's a throw in. It's a thrown for Jamaica. Curacao is leading Bermuda. Cleared by Jamaica. Casey Palmer, yellow card. This fucking idiot. Dumb. Why, come on. I Trinidad don't want to fight people them. Yellow card for Palmer. Bro, why the fuck would you do that? Why the bumbuck like you do that for damning bitch? You damning idiot. This man just dumb dog. He's ashamed to blow us and scared. Kick the man for what? Stupid. Stupid. Look at drunker. Yo, that's just a waste thing to do, bro. Just wasteful. Like, why you would attack the man like that, brother, if you pick up the yellow card? Like, the man already get the ball and teammate. You go kick the man down. Yo, I'm just not describing man a certain way now. Stupid. I bet you see him get a red card in that game, yeah. But you see him get a red card in that game. I bet you. I bet him get a second yellow. Cause he's that stupid. He's that dumb. Just watch and see. Drunker. Just watch and see if you get a second yellow. Come, you know why you do that for. You kick the fucking dude and him have the ball. Stupid. Yo, bro, that just made me upset, dog. Like, the hell did I do that for? Yo, come on, Jamaica. I need to do better. I need to start bunks back on the ground, man. Because I want to do nothing all game, you know. Where I get a couple corner kick and we can beat the first man. We need to put a ball up on the header. Damien Low and none of them Monday. Well, I said the last 5 or so minutes string that start growing a game now. Throwing to them in Jamaica's half. This one we're going to the 18. Long throw. Try to get a flick on the head. Ooh. Clearance from Jamaica. Throwing again for Trinidad. Throwing for Trinidad or Jamaica? Trinidad. Yo, Casey Palmer is a look of. You don't know things that already. Thing with swimming I see. Cause big man thing, brother. That was just dumb. Like a boy for the United Nations because in Trinidad on the ball. Ooh! Blood seed. Before you wave it, wait. No penalty. No penalty. Yo, hold on there. Trinidad on the ball. Hit behind. Whoa. Trinidad score. Damn. I tell you, say the last 5 or 7 minutes Trinidad have been green at the game now. Me even tell them, say, yo, me tell them when them say, yo, the last 5 minutes or so Trinidad are green at the game. The man knock the ball upon the ground and I construct them play. Jamaica, everything is long ball, long ball. Against Birmingham and them team, they can play long ball, long ball. You see me? Yo, joke thing to blows and scared. Trinidad, them man knock the ball upon the ground. Them man knock the ball upon the ground, bro. Garcia score. Levi Garcia. Me even say to a man, say, yo, I mean, everybody is public knowledge. Levi Garcia is the danger man for Trinidad. You see me? Levi Garcia is the danger man for Trinidad. That is public knowledge. You see me? I say that is public knowledge. We cast this for ourselves. What am I check? VAR. Must about that goal there. That's Richard Kingston. On him can play about that goal there. So it was Gregory on the ball. Him play to Cephas. Cephas I try dribble back. Him lose it. Trinidad coming on the inside, play it in behind. Trap King and then score. Yeah, so referee I check if it's offside or so. Yeah, we are our own enemies in that bit of play right there. So see if I was poor, you have to be stronger than that. You have to steal off the man off of your ball. You see me? You cannot drop the ground every minute and just look a foul. Oh, I think the goal is chalked off. Or the ref is going to the VAR. Offside. All right, Jamaica, lucky. Jamaica, lucky. Offside. Jamaica, lucky. There's some people. Jaja, at least we get lucky. If we win the game, yeah, we better pray to God say that was offside. Trust me. Or we better thank God say that was an offside. Not pray, we better thank God say that was an offside if we end up winning this game. A good finish by Levi Garcia. So Jamaica must use this now to step up them game. Use this now to step up on the game. Yeah, I agree. Shot. Yeah, so we need to wake up. We need to wake up. Need for wake up people. Case of idiot Palmer. Damn drunker. Play the ball, not damn kill him because you idiot boy. Play the ball how long, man. You see the man right now channel and not play the ball. Dummy. Ball over to see first. Control this. Stupid idiots. You fucking idiot. Stupid. You have a friggin' pass to say play the pass. Yo, them man just make the ball game difficult, dog. And then play one crossover that time can't find see first. Ball back to this though. I bet you see him go for a long ball. I bet you. I'll go back to the keeper now. The man go for a long ball now. Or you not do it? Alright, good play through this. So. Good play out wide. Somebody's supposed to give them the keys and run right this so dog. A man supposed to give them the keys and run. Down your line. Curacao score again. 2 goals within 12 minutes. So Curacao sits second in the table. So 2 goals for Curacao in this game, in that game against Bermuda. Yeah, Bermuda was going to be the worst team in this group, to be fair. So can't expect no better. Bailey Kadamachi. Goal. Bailey Kadamachi. Big goal. Yo, what me tell you at the start of the screen? The man go score, bro. I'm going to slow down the game and score. And first goal for Jamaica. Big up for them, sir. Big up yourself, Bailey. Good goal. Palmer. F off. USMNT kids, Palmer. I look like I made the ball too, you know. Yo, powerful shot, you know. Could it? Take it around him there. So get kind of lucky still. One shot. Powerful. Nah, stop that. Could it? Bad piece of striker, this, you know. Wrap him foot around it up. Powerful. Nah, tap that goalkeeper. Big goal. Yo, that you tell. I'm going to make a bold statement right now. I make a bold statement. Bailey Kadamachi is the best striker in the Concacaf region right now. I know I'm not have as much experience as other people or as many goals as the other striker them. But Bailey easily better than, to me, this man easily better than Shamani Clemson. Easily better than Mikel Antonio, right? In terms of Levi Garcia, easily better than him. I'm not going to say that. You know, I'm not going to say it. USA have strikers like Hajimang and them people there. Hajimang, them have Balogan, but these man ain't even doing nothing. I think the upside what Bailey have is more compared to a lot of strikers in the Concacaf region right now. Let's say even if he's not the best striker in the region right now, I think in less than a year or by the next Concacaf Nations League, he can easily be the best striker in the region, within the Concacaf region, easily. Once him leave Sheffield Wednesday and go on proper club, trust me, I'm gonna be dangerous. He's not really have not Sheffield Wednesday because I think that club is in trouble financially. Every alley that Sheffield Wednesday club is in trouble. So I think once he find a proper club, then we're going to see the best of him. And whenever I play for Jamaica, he might go score a lot of goals. You can't just see it. You know, from the first game, he get the chances, but I think he just want to score, so him just rush everything, you see me? Whereas this game, you see him take the dribble, beat the man, and take a powerful shot, and the goalkeeper just not stop that. So it's a good goal by Bailey still. A lot of people talk about the fact that yeah, it really looks so. It looks so. A lot of people talk about the fact that, oh, you know, in the it was the England team over Jamaica, the under 21s, I believe it was. But listen, even though he did, him there now, and guess what? Him repay the fans by scoring a goal. So you can't ask you better. So as much as people want to criticize him for what he did back then, in which, you know, I had a problem with it, but I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem to the extent where I say, oh, him not to play for Jamaica again. Him there now, him have a good first game. And even though him not get a lot of chances in this game so far, him get one and him score. And this was like his first official chance after the game. And he kind of created a chance for himself as well, because I think it's Gregory or Case Palmer headed towards the 18. Him run on it, beat the defender, come across the face a goal, and him take the shot. So in some sense, he had to work more for that goal in comparison to when somebody create a clear-cut chance for you. Get me I say? Because him do all the other work that was needed to score. So yeah, that was the first chance in which him scored, and I guess I could think critically. So, but people might say, "Oh, that's a very bold prediction about our bold statement that he's the best in the region." But what is Balogun doing at Monaco? Nothing. You see me? What other striker them are doing at the region? Not that much. Levi Garcia, which club him there? Think he moved from Greece. Think him the Russian now, if I'm not mistaken. And the last time I checked, him already scored since him go Russia. Them the Spartak Moscow now. Last season, he played 11 games, 1 goal. I'm not sure if he was injured. This season so far, 5 games and 0 goals and 0 assists. So, not been he has not been doing the best. But with all due respect, historically speaking, or from his past, Garcia is a good striker. Like from being in Greece, I believe it was with Athens. He scored a lot of goals, and I think it was at a other club as well before he moved. He did move before he did move to Greece. He was at the other club in which he just broke a lot of goals as well. So he's a good striker. Yo, this Bill, you just yo a foul at referee. I'm not gonna get. I just knock you on now. Go on, Billy. Try recover and get up the pitch. All right, they must be done for you. All right, not bad. But try find Cephas again. Like, bro, it just doesn't work, bro. Like, fuck. Them not find bum buck that Cephas. Stop with them bum buck that long ball there, donkey. Stupid boy. Stop with them long ball there, you not find nobody, dog. Man, them just stupid, bro. Every long ball them play, not find nobody, and them continuously still play the damn long ball. Tahiti Chung scored 2 goals for Curacao. And I recently him get a call up as well, and I think him just start play for them. Former United player. We've never really met much appearances for the first team. I think I tell him that look on him stats, and I think he spent 2 seasons with the first team. I think like 1 season played 6 games. Obviously off the bench. Thinking would have started maybe 1 game after that. And then another season played like 2 games or so. So him scored 2. Not bad for Tahiti Chung. 25. He's 25 now. So Curacao have a lot of years with him. Curacao is a beautiful island of people. I tell them that I watch some videos on Curacao, and I think it's a Dutch colony if I'm not mistaken. So in terms of like the artwork, architecture, when it comes on to the artwork and architecture, like it's similar to what the Dutch would have in Netherlands in terms of like the buildings and the colors that they use and just everything. Beautiful island. I wonder the population. Probably it's now 60,000. Let me check. Less than 100,000, definitely. Curacao population is, oh shit, my bad, 193,000 people. 193,000, that's not bad. I think Bermuda is less than 100,000. Yeah, I think Bermuda is less than 100,000. Bro, the fucking man pick up a next yellow dog. Isaac Kidden pick up a next yellow card to Blood Seed. Bro, what the frig wrong with them people, dog? One pick up a yellow, dog. Yellow the Bloods and skirt. Bro, me that game a yellow, another game, ya dog. Every day this man pick up a yellow. Although Mr. CDMs oftentimes pick up yellow still, but jeez. Go one game without picking up a yellow, bro. I bet you them are going to feel long ball again. I bet you. I bet you. Look on this. Yo, bro. Play the ball upon the ground, this, you know? Give him back the ball and be keys and stop miscontrol the ball, dog. I know say the boy that try go along in the Isaac Hayden. Are the Isaac Hayden? Our king. My boy, that probably king. Ooh. Yeah. It was Richard King. My bad, Isaac Hayden. Isaac Hayden at the number 12, King at the number 6, I believe. Out wide to Ronaldo Cephas. Dog. Boy, Cephas. You're not good at blows and skirt, dog. You're not good, brother. If you don't have space, you can't beat a man, dog. If him now space, if Cephas not have space running man, he can't beat nobody, dog. It's evident. I mean, we've been seeing from previous games, so yeah. How is a try look to beat somebody? Oh, good defending by Damian Lowe. .5 minutes of stoppage time. Yeah, foul. That's enough for it. Man, supposed to get a yellow card for that, you know. Man, supposed to get a yellow card for that. Right now, Bailey, I'm not gonna say him play good, as in, what him do so far is good because him score. Him really and truly not get enough opportunities as yet. Ronaldo Cephas is playing like a dog shit. Ronaldo Cephas' performance so far is 5 out of 10. I think in terms of Damian Lowe and Kingdom, I think they're very solid, but I give them like a 7, if not 8 so far. Especially Damian Lowe. I think Damian Lowe. I think Damian Lowe been pretty solid. Tyrese Campbell, average so far, not really do much as yet. Because most of the players coming down that left hand side. So I don't think Tyrese Campbell has done anything as yet. Lembikisa, let's say like a 6.5 so far. I'm decent. Casey Palmer for me, -0. I think people have said to me recently -0 that exists or some shit like so, but it exists now. -0, 0, 0, 0, -00, -000, negative quadruple, tendruple 0. I think a Casey Palmer actually hit the ball to Bailey still in the boat. Other than that, bro, pick up the yellow card and I really see if Palmer did another game. Yeah. Jonathan Russell, he lost another game too. He really not nothing. I see my create and I see my defend nothing. Blows and skirt. Blood studios have beaten that, you know. Good play by Trinidad this year 18. Trinidad try attack before the half done. We need the next goal. Second half, we need the next goal early too. Hold on. Bermuda game the 2-2. Yo, the Bermuda game is 2-2. Parfit Williams score and Krishlow and 30 Chung score 2 goals to Curacao. That's a hot game. And away from home, Bermuda score 2-2. I think Bermuda was a decent team against Jamaica. Like, yeah, them concede 4, but I think in terms of like just putting the ball on the ground and trying to play like them, they're pretty decent. The left wing after them good, and them have a local midfield and a midfield they'd like to as well. And you cannot try orchestrate things. Them just never have the final pass for like get in behind the Jamaica defense. But yeah, as I say, what do you name? Jonathan Russell last in the game, yeah. Ball in behind to Terrence Campbell. Go on, Campbell. Cut it back. Shoot. Bro, oh dog. Far post and if you go dog, you can't drag it back on the inside, dog. Just check yourself, brother, and put it far post, dog. In step. Inside of your shoes, dog. Curly around the keeper, bro. You done chop it back already. And you kinda slide to But I've been around the keeper, bro. Far post is supposed to go. You're not going near post again, dog. And if you get the part this as a commentator, you now beat the keeper on the near post. I forgot far post. I forgot far post this. Blood seed. Because problem now back then. Corner kick for Trinidad before the whistle. Trinidad, Trinidad in this game, they're pretty decent. The few times them get up in the Jamaican half, them do something. I mean, them score, but was outside. Not too long ago, them have a good opportunity down the line, go to the byline, cut it back, and take a shot and goal. I don't think what are the two teams, any other teams like I don't think Jamaica would have created more chances than Trinidad in a sense, and I don't think Trinidad created more chances than Jamaica in any way, shape, or form. I think it's been pretty equal. Jamaica scored from a good work goal by Bailey Kadamachi. Trinidad scored from offside goal. But other than that, if I was supposed to say there's a better team in the first half, um, I guess I would say Trinidad slightly just in terms of how they might try play. Again, they haven't created a lot of opportunities, but I think Trinidad slightly better, but not by a big margin. Not by a huge margin, people. Not by a big margin. I think Trinidad is better than Jamaica. Just a little bit. Maybe by even less than 5%. Yeah, Errol, yeah, but that was some video on Curacao and so some of the Caribbean island them kind of similar to each other. And is I don't remember what the town called where the cruise ship dock off. That town there where the tourists them go, where the ship dock. Building them look good. Yeah, it's a good thing. But I want to see some more videos of the island in terms of like what the communities look like and the school children, as in like how for them schools set up and them type of thing. The interesting to see the food as well. Probably can go look at now in terms of Curacao and the food that them have done there. Cause I asked somebody recently, them travel quite a bit to Caribbean islands, and I was asking them, out of all of the Caribbean island them where you ever travel to, like which one have like good food or like which one have the best food like outside of Jamaica. And surprising the people, him say Grenada. So him say Grenada. You see me? So yeah, that was a surprise to me. Think what I say maybe like Trinidad or like Barbados or one of them countries. No, that's if you ever go Barbados, but yeah. But him travel quite a bit still. So now look on some pictures of like the food in a Curacao. I guess it would be similar to that of the Dutch. They have something we call keshiyina. Is a stuffed cheese, hearty stews. They have something we call strawberry cabruto, which is goat stew. They have tutu, which is cornmeal porridge. So we call it cornmeal porridge. Them call it tutu. Um, they have ayaka, which is cornmeal masa and with filling. Yeah. They have something we call bitter ballen, deep fried crispy Dutch meatballs, often served with mustard. Yeah, the food ain't really sound too bad still. No. But look on some picture right now. Them food look good. Them food don't look too bad. The curacao look like them have some nice food. I mean the Dutch people them can cook still no. Them can do them thing, you see me? Them food definitely better than the English, can't tell you that. Also Bermuda work with them now. Bermuda is like a seafood country still now. Them have like the key dishes in Bermuda is like codfish breakfast. Whenever I eat codfish before. Them have fish sandwich, fish chowder, spiny lobster. Yeah, Bermuda is really and truly like a fish country. Like they eat a lot of fish down at them places. Them so close to the waters, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, so Bermuda and Curacao look like them have some nice food. But as me that say people, I think Trinidad slightly is the better team. Not by a large extent. But it's a pretty decent game so far, not much. Traditional Bermuda food is like fish and chips, pan-fried fish, and boiled salted codfish. I be a fish the one them I mentioned. So it's a fish country. Not in that way, like as in the fish them that they see actually, where people eat. They just need to set it down for a little bit more on the attack, and they are aggressive on defending to win back the ball, which is good. Early goal second half will set the pace. Yeah, our early goal second half is important. Errol, you don't make no substitute. I personally don't think I would at this moment in time, as much as me I cost Casey Palmer. I just don't see like who comes off the bench to add anything different. You see me? Like the thing is, Tyrese Campbell doesn't like playing on the right hand side. Cephas is a you as much as he's frustrating, him can work up something magical, you see me? So that keeps Cephas on for like the next 20 minutes or so when the second half start, and then we kind of make an assessment from this. And well, we make an assessment with him and Campbell. If Campbell play better than Cephas, then we take off Cephas and put Campbell. Then we put Campbell on the left hand side, and then we bring Dixon and put him on the right hand side. As for the midfield, there's not much options right now where you can say, oh, them can come on and bring a bit more control or something. There's no creative players on the bench, really and truly, which I think the team does need some form of creativity. I think everything we're trying to go down the wings. Like every time Jamaica get the ball, is one diagonal ball. Them try to play to the right hand side, but more so the left hand side. And Cephas is just not getting that jar down that left hand side. As for Bermuda, Cephas was receiving the ball on the halfway line. In turn, him have all the space in behind, him beat the fullback. Them, you get me? I say, but Trinidad, them not give him that space there. And anytime Cephas get the ball, him they up against two defender. And guess what? Him can go outside, him can go inside. Them just not give him that space there. You see me? I say he's not good with his feet in terms of like skill to actually beat somebody. Him need the space for just knock the ball, run the defender, and get in behind. Boom. You see me? I say, and then him now use the option then for play them 1-2 there for then get in behind. Bailey Kadamantri, him not really get much options, him not really get much passes into him because nothing now comes central. And Bailey Kadamantri is a man where we see in the Bermuda game where anytime he get the ball central, him can hold it up, him can lay it off, him can run into space, him can beat a man. You see me I say? But him not getting the ball. He not getting the ball. You see me I say? Jonathan Russell, bro, let me tell you this. As much as I like Jonathan Russell is maybe one of the most useless midfielders I've ever seen in my life. In the sense of people tell me about, oh, he's a box crasher. Bro, me no business for man is a box crasher. If you're not doing nothing other than crashing the box, me no want it on the field. As me I say, yeah, if you can dip on the ball, yeah, if you can take a ball and turn and drive and create chances, you see me? Yeah, if you can defend as well, be physical, put a foot in, do something. Him not really do that, especially going forward, bro. Especially going forward, him not really do that. As to Case Palmer, him are the next one. To Case Palmer not really create nothing for nobody. Him kick down one man, him get one yellow card. You see me I say? Isaac Hayden, decent. Defensively, them can't go on. Jamal Lewis not much for though. He make 1 and 2 save, which is good. You see me? But other than that, it is what it is, you see me? So yeah. That's my assessment of the first half so far. So I don't think I'll change anybody just yet. Make the second half run off, first 10, 15, 20 minutes, see what them I deal with, and then they can start making substitution. Them, you see me I say? But yeah, the way to me is having a decent game, a good game. So this is the badness forward down. But may I tell you, that youth when him Jonathan Russell is absolutely useless. They must have the Bermuda game 2-2. Dear people. Let me see what Errol Sheets and say myself. What do you think about the Nicholson goal against Bermuda? I think it was world class. Agree, no change. Uh yeah, it was a good header. I think it was like a flick header kind of thing, like flick on whatever the case is. So in terms of awareness, I think it was good. I'm not gonna say world class, but it was a good goal. Got to give Bermuda credit because Curacao had them 2-0 and they came back and tied. Yeah, Errol. And as me said to somebody, I'm kind of surprised that them scored two away from home because they've never really looked threatening against Jamaica. But I think midfield wise they were better than Jamaica in the midfield. It's just that them just never really create nothing. So shit. And Curacao is one of them teams that people are say, yo, it's a pretty tough team in the group, but I mean them draw one game so far with Trinidad, and I think Trinidad was the better team second half. And now they might draw a game at home against a team in Bermuda that was poor against Jamaica. So how good is this Curacao team really and truly? I mean, if them win, then fair enough. Them sit down on 4 points, you see me? But if them lose, then you have to ask questions about them. So that's how I'm gonna assess that. But credit to Bermuda still. That's not a foul. That's a poor cross from Garcia. As long as you remain poor still. Not that me I hope it was better. Trinidad in position. Oh. Bro, wait, could I save that? Wait, could I save that dog? I'm not expecting much from him. Yo, people, I don't know if they see the shootout in a Monday today, is it me? And the man what did they shooting them called Brown man. So somebody in the GFF comment section said Bailey, could a match a shoot like Brown man. Man I feel like Brown man. Trinidad been in more possession since the second half. Cephas, Cephas, Cephas. Ooh, that's a foul in the referee. Earth, that's a foul to be honest. That was a foul. That was a foul. I think in terms of Jamaica moving forward, in terms of Burrell and the Bailey youth is really good for the future because they're relatively young, especially Bailey Kadamatri. So when you think about it, you have a lot to gain from them, and it's a good thing in terms of competition for places. So I look forward to the future. Currently Trinidad, currently Trinidad. Ooh, goal kick. Yeah, and Trinidad kind of come on good the second half. Jamaica in possession.
Oh, yo, tell me some. Jeez. Jaja, yo. Offside. Yeah, the waste man case for man come off. Stupid. Terence Campbell come off too. Bro, so why never just make them change it from before the second half to kick off? Yo, the man jet domino dog. Yo, this man just different dog. You play 45 minutes, you're going for 15 minutes. You know put on Dixon and Anderson. You wait till 7 minutes, you don't have to put them on. I mean, it's not a big deal. They will still get enough minutes, but just make that change from they going for the second half. I think Dixon will bring something to this game. Oh, you find Dixon. Yeah, somebody in that box in the Dixon. Yeah, he's not nothing handball. On a handball. Corner kick. Corner kick to Jamaica. Corner kick to Jamaica. Yo, oh, that's too much. Too much panic wrestle. Bro, why the man would make such a comment for the man to blouse and skirt? It look like Nigeria gonna miss the next World Cup, so. I'm gonna go Nigeria. Nigeria in shambles. Alright, Dixon. Flick it to Lembikisa. Score. Goal. Bomba clot. Billy Kramachi score again. Boom. I'm score? Russell. Russell score. Russell. What am I say? Offside? Let me see. Okay, offside still no. Yeah, that's offside, man. VAR, they might check it if it's offside. All right, Jamaica scored 2-0. Fifth international goal for Russell. Two nil. And bro, I tell people them some never really fear Trinidad still no. Trinidad I make up them nice. Me never fear them. Because them do I go say, oh, the Jamaican team weak or whatever, them have key players missing. But a lot of those key players were missing, them not perform for Jamaica. Especially Leon Bailey. You see me? So you know really whenever really think say, oh, Jamaica would be any problem. Because the people them were are deputized in those respective positions. They might perform better than enough for them Monday, isn't it? So 2-0 and a cruise. Not the best performance, but at least what take with chances. A lot of games Jamaica never used to take them chances. But this game is not over yet because see Bermuda the 2-2 with Curacao. So you never know. For on Jamaica. People, what me just telling you? What me just telling you say? Me say the game not done. Me just tell you say the game not done. Me telling you say yo, me just say another the best performance from Jamaica, but we are taking chances, right? But I also said that the game isn't finished, especially when you look on the facts of Bermuda, the 2-2 with Curacao, you see me? 2-1 now, like Garcia scored, which he has been a threat for Trinidad anytime he get the ball. Let's just I want to check if it's onside or so. That would be his 11th international goal if it stands. The man look funny if for offside. Offside. Oh, that's two outside goals for Trinidad. Two outside goals for Trinidad. I mean, two goals which is outside. Unfortunate for Trinidad. Well, if I was a Trinidad fan, it would be unfortunate. All right, look at Jamaica again. Jamaica inbound. How this? Ah, we look at the match. Or Kadama Theory, so them pronounce it. It's a good shot still. I mean, not guy the best, but decent shot. Gregory Anderson on the ball. Back to Anderson. How much goal Malik scored today against that team? Let me check. Malik scored one. I'm not trying to must slip it in the unfortunate. Oh, Jamaica still with it back. Come on, that's not my phone. Ooh. Oh, this. See first. Pass no? Good. Miscontrol. See first. Pass. Yeah, unfortunate. Nathaniel James on the ball. Let's see them score. Outside. A trick of outside goals. Mm-mm. A trick of outside goals. Mm. Yo, Trinidad, Trinidad, look your friend. Yo, man, them to Nigeria might miss a World Cup to Blues and Spirit. Yeah, yo, by the way, my prediction was 2-0, you know. My prediction was 2-0 for this game. My prediction was 2-0, so let us see. Kind of kick to Trinidad. John Russell coming off. So much minutes left, about 12. Plus I done time. Ooh. Cephas will come off. Frustrating game from Cephas tonight still. Hopefully remain tuned so we can get the prediction right. Should have bet Panda game, but I'm not a betting man, so never that go bet. Nicholson, man. Nicholson miss. String, Stringham, 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 Stringham. Alright, so 3-2 in the Curacao Bermuda game. Dixon lose. Look like it'll be a 2-0 game. Jamaica. Dixon on the ball. Dixon this. Weak shot, bro. Dixon get a yellow. Errol say this definitely is a more tense game than Bermuda game, and Jamaica already used to a tough fight against Trinidad. The players blending and learning more how to read each other, which is a good thing. Yeah. Even though I don't think Jamaica created a lot of chances in this game, I think it was a professional performance. You get Master Errol. I mean, you know football well. You know in football, you have them type of professional performances the way like you know get everything to go your way. Like how Jamaica would have gotten that against Bermuda, but you still do enough to get over the line, you know. I guess some people would say that we would have been lucky with the 3 offside calls, but the offside, and that's just the nature of football, you know. If you're straight offside and you score, then them are gonna just call it back and say it's offside. So I think we did well in terms of that department. Other than that, I think we kind of defended well. I think at one point in the first half, like the ending of the first half, like Trinidad did start look good in a sense, and you know, they might create chances and stuff. But it still wasn't clear cut chances where like Wait was called upon to make some big saves. You know, so I think you know Burrell coming at the team recently and him did look good. Although I don't know why he's not in the team or why he never get a chance at the Gold Cup. But since Tyrese Campbell forward in and start get game, him look good. I think we're going to see more from him. And he's not playing in his preferred position as well. That's the thing with Campbell, isn't it? As for Bailey Kadama, Thierry, absolutely wonderful. 2 games. Who starts over Bailey Kadama Thierry right now, moving into the October window? Nobody, isn't it? You have club the club thing just start again, club season just start again. So if you maintain him form at the club level, which him score 1 goal this in the season out of maybe like 4 games or 2. Once him continue that, you know displace him in the team. You see me? So I just decided that. But people, big up in yourself, respect for the support. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, people, stay safe. Earl Shields, big up yourself, respect for the pass through.